Hello, photographers. If you're like me, you've got a love-hate relationship with tripods. They've got their certain benefits for image quality. You know, you get your sharper pictures, you can do your long exposures. The problem is they're heavy, they're clumsy, they're not fun to carry around. For decades, ever since I started in photography, I've been using the Manfrotto or Bogen tripods. One's got a three-way head on it, one has the quick release or the pistol grip type on it. They weigh about 5 pounds. I don't want to carry that much weight anymore. So I've been doing some research, and I thought under certain conditions I might be able to use a travel tripod. And this one here that I'm going to show you today is the K&F Concept D255C4. This is the carbon fiber model. It's folded up in its smallest size. They say it can fit in carry-on. I don't fly very often, so I have not tried that yet. It weighs less than 3 pounds. So, what's my thoughts on this tripod so far? I've only had it for about a week. I have taken it out. I have done some wildlife photography with it, and I thought, well, let's give it an early review on it. It's flipped over now. To use it, flip your legs over this way. Carbon fiber, everything else, or most everything, is aluminum. It's pretty well built, I think, for what you pay for it. The twist lock on the legs, 5-section legs. Doesn't go as high as my Bogen. I must not have a leg all the way out here. Okay, so that's eye level with the center column raised one level. If I want to go higher, which I don't know that I would do that, don't know that I won't, but I can go taller. And it's got some flex to it, but you wouldn't do that under day-to-day. At least I wouldn't do that under day-to-day conditions. Could it work? Sure, I think it could work under certain situations. The head is aluminum. The ball on the head is machined. The good solid one, you can get one that's nylon, I believe, the even lighter version. It's an Arca Swiss head, does have a level on it. There's been some complaints that this knob and the tightening knob for the ball head are close together, but I have found that if I mount my camera properly, it works out fine. When you buy this setup, at least the kit that I got, it does come with a second plate. It comes with the first, the smaller plate, the Arca Swiss plate, and then this one here that you can mount and use a cell phone with if you so inclined, or you could go flat and mount it on the bottom of your mirrorless or your DSLR. I'm still shooting DSLR, and people are probably wondering, well, how good does it hold the camera? So I'll put the smaller lens on first, and for this one here, I'm actually using my Peak Design clip plate. I didn't realize when I ordered this that it would that would fit on there, and as you can see, if I make sure everything's tight on here, I don't have any complaints at all when I'm using this shorter lens. Either way, it fits fine, good and solid on a good day. Under typical conditions, that's solid. That's fine. If I need to, there is this hook under here. I could suspend my camera bag under there as well. So then the next question is, how does it handle with a longer lens? Let's take a look at that. I like to have, at least so far as I've been using it, I like to have the This knob here I like to have with my left hand. So I've been turning it this way. Rotate this. Mount that. Get it centered on the mount. It gives me plenty of flexibility this way for steering my long lens. And when I tighten everything down, again, like I showed with the shorter lens, it's solid. I think it would work just fine. So far, in fact, it has worked just fine when I'm doing bird photography with it. Bird photography, not when I haven't done it so far when they've been in flight. These have been on low branches. And I've had no issues whatsoever with tightening it down or loosening the ball head to compose my images. So one other thing people might wonder about is, well, what if I do macro photography? How's that work? You can either unscrew this and invert the head or the center column, or as I'm going to do when I get to doing that, I'll just flip these legs over and then shorten my legs to whatever I need them so that I can get this down to subject level. Makes sense to do it all before you flip the legs down. And then if I want to go lower, if I need to go lower for my wildflowers, shorten my legs. Got plenty of flexibility that way. So I've only had this thing for a week. Would it be do I have any big complaints? Let's just talk about that. I'm not sure yet with this carbon fiber and these small diameter legs just how solid it's going to be under really windy conditions. The advantages are going to be the lightweight. It's less than 3 pounds. Lots of flexibility. When I get out in my canoe or my kayak with this thing, I'm going to have a lot of flexibility on how I position the tripod to shoot pictures from my vessel. I very seldom shoot way at eye level, so that's not going to be a big issue for me. And if I do have those opportunities, I'm going to have to use good technique, make sure things are solid. If I stretch this center column out, well, I know that I'm going to have some issues. So a person, I think, has to be realistic and can't expect for $125, $135 tripod that it's going to be the most solid tripod always in every situation. But for most of my situations, most of the times when I'm doing photography, I think it's going to work well. I'm excited to get it out and try it. I do notice that I've scraped up my leg locks already just from when I twist things upside down, and I guess that's going to happen. But that doesn't affect the stability or the durability of it. It's just the way that it is when everything crunches in. So so far so good. If I notice any big issues with it coming up as I start to use it more, I'll put together another video and show you before I sell it or send it back or whatever I do with it. But so far, I think for the price, I think it's going to work well. I'll be able to condense it down and use it on my backpack. Use it in, like I said, use it in the canoe. And then one other thing that they do sell this thing, they tout it, is you can loosen this up. The one leg that's got the foam on it, you can loosen up and stretch the legs out, and you've got yourself a short monopod walking stick. All you have to do is pop the head on it, take the ball head off, screw that onto the end of your leg that becomes the monopod, and away you go. Now, this isn't terribly tall. It's very light. It's not terribly tall, but if I'm out doing bird photography, or if I'm doing wildlife photography, I don't know that I need it taller. If I absolutely wanted it taller, I can take this off, take the center column out, screw the center column onto here, which then elevates it about that tall. It's a lot of sections that get a lot of flexibility. I don't know that I would do that very often, but I could if I needed it that high. So it's another feature on this tripod. So like I said, I'll take it out and try it, and if I come up with any major issues with it, I'll be sure to let people know through another video. So again, this is the K&F Concept tripod, the model D255C4. Less than 3 pounds for the price. It seems to be a pretty good little tripod for photographers who don't want to carry the big heavy ones. So I'll let you know how it works out if I have any big issues with it. So I do thank you for watching.